Hey there, on from Onds garden, and as you can tell I've just got up. So what I wanted to do today, which is why I'm up, is to talk about watering my plants. If you haven't seen my kitchen, then check it out, because I've got a few plants here, and all of these plants, they all need watering, but I usually water on a Friday. I forgot yesterday, so I'm going to take you through it while I do it. So first of all, I need to get up. And I think I need a cup of coffee, so let's get on that. Oh, so good. Lovely, lovely. Oh, amazing. Right, well that's me filled up, ready to go. So let's talk about watering today. Let's just roll the credits first. See you in a minute. Well, I think that was probably the most messiest cup of coffee that I've ever made, but it did wake me up and I'm ready to go. So let's start talking about watering plants. Now, I'm sat here in front of a philodendron split leaf. Now, the simplest method of testing to see whether your plants need water is by sticking your finger in a couple of inches down, seeing if it's moist. This one feels a little bit moist, a little bit cold. The soil's a little bit sticky to my finger, so this one's probably okay. There are different methods of checking. Finger is obviously the basic one. You can get things like this, which is a wiggly worm. That goes into the soil and that'll change colour. Let's just have a look at that, like that. That goes into the soil and it should change colour if it's moist, and if it dries out it should go a different colour. So you could use those, but I don't have much luck with these because they all look the same colour to me all the time. So probably not the best one. Another one is one of these. So this has got like a blue piece of paper inside it, and obviously it's connected down to the bottom here. And as the moisture's drawn up it changes its colour to blue. And then when it's out and it's dry, it'll go white. It takes a little while to change when you first put it in, but it's once it's in there, you can just leave it in there, and instantly you can tell, oh, okay, that needs watering, so I'll water that. The plant pot that I got this from is not this plant, so it was pretty damp. This one probably still needs watering, so we'll check that, but I'm going to check it to make it a little bit more accurate. So I've got here a water tester. Now I usually use the green ones with the analog dial, which are pretty good, to be honest. They don't have batteries, they're cheap. Just stick them in, see where the dial comes to. If it's green, it's okay. If not, give it some water. So I water probably once a week. So let's see what it says for this one. So that, to me, at the bottom of this dart here is saying wet plus. So this is not going to need any water today. Like I said on the intro, so I usually water once a week, every Friday. And Saturday is today. That one's okay, it's not going to need watering. But the other thing, before I carry on, is that the plants can also tell you whether they need water, of course. So there's indications such as if the leaves are bent over and down, then it's needing some water. When you water it, the leaves perk up again, back to normal. You also might get some leaves, I don't know if I've got any here. They're a little bit crispy on the end. There's one here that's fell off, so we'll use this one. Okay. They sometimes get dry and crispy on the end. That's a good indication that they need water. Thankfully, these are all right, I think, but what we're going to do is take the watering can around and I shall show you, because each pot is different. You know, you get different sized pots, you get different types of plants which suck up more moisture than others, and you also get different lighting conditions. And as you can see, it's getting quite warm in here now, so it's probably about 25 degrees. In fact, I can tell on here, I think. Let's just have a look. 24 degrees. So as it warms up, we're going to draw more moisture out of the soil. The other thing is, you know, when you water them and it's getting to that growing season, or you're in the middle of, we're in August at the minute, so everything is growing well. It's a good idea just to put a bit of feed in with the water, just to give them a bit of a boost once a month. So I'm probably going to be adding a bit of that today as well. So let's get on and get the watering can. Okay, so this is my Maahooosive watering can that I bought online, and as I zoom out you'll see it's actually not Maahooosive. It's tiny. It's one of those things where you buy them online and the picture always looks bigger than they actually are. I'm sure we've all done that. Anyway, what it does is it stops me overwatering, which is always a good thing. So the water that I'm going to use today is from the fish tank. Yay! I don't know why, but I always seem to be making a mess here. Anyway, you can use tap water, of course, but if you're going to use tap water, it's a good idea to leave it standing for 24 hours, just so all the chlorine comes out of it. Your plants will appreciate that a bit more, I think. Now, what else can I tell you about watering? So, move out of the way. If you've got lots of fungus gnats or flies or bugs in your plants, what you can do is add a bit of neem oil. And you can't just pour the neem oil directly into the water because it won't mix. So, let's get rid of that oil. This is neem oil. Get it in little bottles like this. What you find sometimes is it will set. If it does set into big chunks, then what you need to do to get it out of there is get some warm water from your kettle, drop that in the warm water, and within 5 minutes it will have gone back to liquid. So what you do is get your neem oil, 1 drop in there. Woo! Can't do too much. add a bit of soap, dish soap, like so. Add some more warm water. Give it a good shake. And what you'll find is the warm water and soap will hold the neem oil into the water. Shake, 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 shake. And then you can add your fish tank water. And that'll get rid of all your fungus gnats. So top to there. Get some in there. There we go. Right, so now I'm going to do some watering. I'll take the camera around and have a look out for the wiggly worm. If you see it, you get 10 bonus points. If you don't, then you just weren't paying attention. So. Also want to point out this golden pophos here, or pophos. And if you're not convinced of the benefits of watering from fish tank water, then I took a cutting of this and I actually put it in the fish tank. So let's zoom across here into the fish tank, and then you'll be able to see what the difference was. So there is the pophos there, see that? And it comes out of the fish tank and it goes round. And look at the size of that beautiful leaf, look at the size of that. There's my hand. That's a golden pophos. And it goes up and it goes round and it's taking off basically. Very keen. So that should convince you that fish tank water is a good thing to use. So there we have it, that's all the watering done. Now there were a few more plants, but it's a bit tricky to do with holding the camera, so I've done some of those manually myself. The other thing to note is, of course, a lot of the plants that are up in the air, they're all on an automatic watering system, which I'll explain in a different video. By the way, did you spot the wiggly worm? Well, if you didn't, you'll have to watch it again. Join me again in the next video. I'm not sure what I'm doing yet, but yeah, subscribe and then you'll find out. Alright, I'll see you later. Bye bye.